Hi and welcome to another special OSD episode. I'm Sku.
I'm Scott.
I'm Mike. Yeah. I came back. I brought more toys.
Oh, I think we're all in agreement that the best possible part of the entire Star Wars saga is the prequels.
Starting with Phantom Menace.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to start from the prequel comic books, which even predate Phantom Menace, and are even worse, if that is possible.
Anyway, we did get the Clone Wars series, which lasted for several...
Six seasons.
6 seasons.
5 and a bit.
But it was really cool.
Yeah.
It was really good. It was enjoyable. The characters were way better than they were in the actual movies.
Not too hard.
Almost the way they should have been in the movies.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of characters that have come out of that series, right?
Yeah. A lot of spin-off characters.
One of those was Commander Wolffe, as represented here, a 12-inch Sideshow Collectible
Yep.
that Michael has gifted me.
Part 2, yeah.
Part 2.
Wedding gift part 2.
Wedding gift part 2.
Of the His and Hers Sideshow action figures. This is my first time seeing him out of the box properly, and it's just... I can't believe I gave him away, to be honest.
So you got this from...
Comic Cave in Dubai.
Yep.
Dubai's premier comic collectors, toy enthusiast hotspot.
And it is hot in the desert.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Best dialogue.
Absolutely.
Ever.
How that didn't win an Oscar, I just don't know.
That was a fabulous tie-in.
So, Commander Wolffe, where did he make an appearance in the Clone Wars series? A bit later on, right? He came into it a bit later. He's one of them.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
one of the other clone troopers around. He had his Wolffe pack, which was like his little group of guys.
Were these guys more a specialised group of...
I think they were sort of a bit out there on thetheir own, weren't they? Whereas Rex and
Special
his
forces
guys,
sort of guys.
yeah, were more tied to a general. I think these guys were with Plo Koon, I think,
I think
as
so.
part of his detachment.
So let's take a look at this guy in a bit more detail. I mean, detail is the key word, really, when it comes to sideshow figures, and this guy is no exception, right? I mean, from every angle, he looks really, really wicked.
Yeah.
I love all the wear and tear on the armour. That's really cool, and that's very typical of the clones and of Star Wars. That
Yeah,
weathered
the
world, right?
used
The
universe.
used universe. He's got this belt. He's got his pistols, which are, what are they? DC-17 pistols. Which,
Twin DC-17.
which Rex as well has.
Rex is best known for using those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like a mark of badassery if you've
Right.
got twin DC-17.
But he's also got his blaster rifle as well for
right.
taking care of
For
business.
blasting them.
And the detail on the face as well is really cool. I mean, there's multiple heads with this one. Well, there's 2 heads and
Yeah,
2 helmets.
Heads, 2 helmets.
I guess his look changes as the series goes on.
as the character evolved, I think.
Sort of the move from the Phase 1 clone troopers that we saw in Star Wars
Yeah.
Episode 2
Yeah.
to the Phase 2 troopers that we saw in Star Wars Episode 3.
Yeah.
So that is kind of reflected in the Clone Wars animated series as well. They did sort of like take a dividing line and go, right, now they're moving more to the Episode 3 style.
Yeah.
But just the way that they've interpreted the less detailed animation model to make it a fully three-dimensional, realistic-looking one that would, in reality, look right, standing next to the actual Stormtrooper costumes,
Yeah.
is really spectacular, the way that they've done that.
Almost a spot-on likeness of famous New Zealand actor Temuera Morrison.
I think this guy looks a little more sort of handsome and dashing than old Tim, really. He's a very good-looking man.
I wouldn't let
but
Tim catch you saying that.
yeah.
You better get in the kitchen and cook him some eggs, otherwise you're going to be in trouble.
You think I need you in your spirit? Off! Go on, go!
That's a reference to an old movie that we
About
have in
domestic
New
violence.
It's a hilarious tale about domestic violence.
I'll knock your head off!
The design is quite interesting, isn't it? Because it's kind of a little bit Django Boba Fett-y, but it's also Stormtrooper-y, so what's going on
you
there?
can certainly see some of the Mandalorian influences, particularly if you take a look at the jetpack that he has here. That's very, very close to Jango Fett's second jetpack from Attack of the Clones. One where he gets his head chopped off. Spoilers.
Were these guys the only ones with jetpacks compared to the other clones?
Some did and some didn't they? You know? And I think the separate phases of armour were upgraded to feature these packs. I think the later...
Or versions thereof.
So
I mean, Cody in episode 3 is supposed to have a jetpack on there. We never see him actually use it.
Yeah.
But his name, Cody, is actually a relation back to Commando Cody, which was a flying Rocket Man serial from the 50s, where, of course, George Lucas got a lot of his inspiration for Star Wars in the first place.
Wow, that is some deep knowledge.
I'm a nerd, what do you expect?
As with all Sideshow collectible figures, the box is a big part of it as well, and in this case, no exception. Scott, do you want to tell us a bit about the box? You pointed out the last one.
It's a box which you use to store things inside.
It's not, though.
It is.
It's even better than
It's a
just a
box.
regular box.
It's
right?
almost a display case.
Yeah.
As
In a
we
box.
said before.
Yeah.
In a box.
Yeah. It's a box, which is in a box.
Box-based display box.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a nice, black background sort of thing here with just pictures of the figure on its own, nothing distracting from it or anything like that. It's very stylized and,
Striking.
minimalist. Very striking.
Yeah.
And in keeping with all the other Sideshow Star Wars militaries packaging,
Yeah.
same
So you
design.
do get a couple of different shots of them
Yeah.
and the different configurations that you can have the figure.
Yeah. It's a good way of actually helping you, if you're not quite sure how to pose them, just take a look at a few images on the box and get some ideas from there. There's a little magnet here that holds that side on there.
Flap,
Yeah.
which then opens up to hide Sku almost entirely. And there you can see your entire array of different bits and pieces.
Yeah.
If you want to display him, the entire set all as one, you can have the figure there, plus all his multiple hands and heads and everything else in a very attractive package.
There we go. We close it back up. Magnet back on. Boom. And he's good to go. Commander Wolffe.
Reporting for duty, sir.
Struth, let's take out those clankers!
May the force be with you, bro.
So there you go. Clone Commander Wolffe by Sideshow Collectibles. An awesome, awesome toy. Thank you, Mike.
No problem. Absolutely my pleasure.
And you want to give a big shout out, I'm sure, to Comic Cave.
Comic
right?
Cave, Dubai Outlet Mall in Dubai. Check them out. They're awesome.
And we're out of here for now, right, Scott?
Absolutely, but we will see you next time on OSD with plenty more cool reviews.